Hi guys, I am Chiranjiv Patel, Managing Director PC Snail Group of Companies. If I'm asked to introduce myself, I would rather say that I'm someone who likes to give back to the society, give back to entrepreneurship, and I firmly believe in my life that entrepreneurship is one thing that can solve lots of problems of the world, and each entrepreneur has the capacity to impact at least 1 million lives in his tenure of entrepreneurship. So I hope I can inspire those entrepreneurs, create those platforms and help more and more people to come out as successful entrepreneurs and help sustain lives. I think last year was probably the biggest jolt the entire mankind ever had. Probably none of us could even dream that something like this could happen to our lives, and one fine day, when the lockdowns and the curfews and everything was just announced, our lives came to stand still. That probably gave us the time, for the first time in our lives, to think that, look, how much for granted we have been taking Mother Nature, and how much did we, did not even realize in the way we are running into our day-to-day lives, just running behind things, running behind our goals constantly. We took a lot of things in our life for granted. And like I have been saying, I think this was probably one of the best times that each of us as individuals would have got to think beyond then, or think out of the box, or go within, rather than thinking about, everything that we were surrounded with in our day-to-day lives. This was the time when all of us also realized that what was the actual purpose of our lives, what we were doing. And like I said, a lot of us also realized that let us stop, take this break and understand on how we can reinvent things in our life. When I heard about this brilliant concept that my dear friend Karthikeya and the entire team of Urban Chalk has been bringing about, and they were thinking about how they could reinvent things, how could they repurpose things, and then how could they reduce the use of material that could bring a sustainable change in everyone's life. I mean, these are the steps that truly one of the most inspiring entrepreneurs in the world are thinking about, and this is exactly what the team Urban Chalk has been doing. And I have learned a lot of lessons from what they have been doing in the last 1 year with the entire brand, with the entire way they are creating sustainable entrepreneurs. The way they have created the entire model of sustaining and giving a platform to so many startups, made sure that so many families and startups are supported by them, is probably something that all of us should learn about. Because I firmly believe that true success is not just being or achieving your goals or reaching a particular stage. You're truly not successful if you're not giving back and spreading and sharing that success with other people around you. And this is exactly what Team Urban Chalk has been doing. The way they have reduced the use of plastic, the way they have repurposed the entire idea of creating the food chalks or the food truck industry has been remarkable. The way they have reinvented the ways in which business can be done in this industry is also something that I have personally learnt a lot from. How I took advantage, or how my entire life has been impacted in last 1 year with this learnings, is that personally, if I talk about the word reduce, then I think in last 1 year I have realized that I will, or my family is not going to take Mother Nature for granted anymore. We as a family have decided to drastically use the reduce of plastic and other products that bring a lot of pollution. We have also used the usage of cars. If we wanted to go for a function earlier, we used to have 4 cars and everyone used to go at different times. We've tried to even look at those small things, and now we as a family try and make sure that we use less number of cars, or we unnecessarily don't drive around. We use more of cycle if we want to go to nearby places. We all started cycling together. We all started using eco-friendly products to a larger scale in our homes also. I'm not saying that we all can completely reduce the use of plastic. It's also proved out to be one of the most important ingredients in terms of our fight against COVID. If plastic wasn't there, then PPE kits and a lot of other stuff that we use in medicines wouldn't have been possible. But we all also should understand that the right balance with Mother Nature should be struck. And that's what reduce has been for me. When I talk about repurpose, I think all of us have used this word repurpose in different ways during the entire lockdown period. The concept of luxury, how it was, and the use of luxury items in our life has been completely changed. I'm not saying you don't spend on luxury goods, but do not also waste and don't buy things which are not needed. And I think a lot of repurpose happened when you understood that how you can reuse things and not keep on adding more and more, and see where you can create maximum usage right from your time to the things that you use. So a lot of repurpose happened in my own personal life also. And when you talk about reinventing life, I have personally reinvented not just the way I do business, but a lot of things in my personal life, with my family, and also my personal health. I invented on what probably I was missing out every morning. I was not able to give time to my own self, and probably the biggest reinvention for me was how I started spending my own time with my own self, going within, understanding what my body needs, how I can meditate for maybe a half an hour every day, or spend 30 minutes of workout with my own self. So there were a lot of ways in which each of us reinvented ourselves, and maybe in terms of reinventing in the ways we do business. I think Atmanirbhar, probably one of the most Googled words of last year, but something that really reinvented and created a new purpose for a ways in which we did business. The word is a very simple word, Atmanirbhar, but it probably brought the highest amount of patriotism in each of us as individuals. I my own self am involved with a lot of startups. I have been mentoring a lot of startups, and a few companies that I am involved with probably was connected, and we had collaborations with a lot of Chinese and foreign companies. When the lockdown happened, we had no ways to import those products, and this was probably one of the blessings in disguise when we discovered that there were similar companies in the northern part of our country which also produce the same type of material that we use from these countries. We had to negotiate a bit with them, but actually what happened and what is the end result today, because of being truly 100% Atmanirbhar, is that we are dealing with companies, each of these companies which are in our country. We are happy that we are supporting these companies which exist in our company. We are happy that we are supporting startups which exist in our company, and the entire ecosystem of our own country, when we close the doors for world outside, started to actually work for us as company. So this is the way we've reinvented. So the entire concept of reduce, repurpose and reinvented created by Urban Chalk has been truly one of the most important learning lessons, I would say once in a lifetime learning lessons for all of us. And this is how you create better entrepreneurs. This is how you share your learning, and kudos to the team Urban Chalk for bringing out probably one of the best concepts. Thank you.